Today, I'm going to share with you how to set up tests, assessments, and quizzes in TalentCards. Now, I want you to be able to follow along as we go through my step-by-step process to do this, which is why I want to offer you a free unlimited trial of TalentCards, and it is linked in the description below. An unlimited free trial, that means that it's not just going to be 30 days, 60 days, 90 days. You'll get it indefinitely, and really the only limitation is you can have up to 5 users in your account, which means that you could even do all this stuff and train up to 4 other people. You can literally have 4 of your employees, 4 of your team members in your TalentCards system, taking your courses, being assessed by your exams, your assessments, and your quizzes, and not have to pay a dime. And as a bonus, you are also going to get access to my TalentCards Made Simple online course, which is going to show you step-by-step how to set up everything in TalentCards to get you from nothing all the way to training your team members today. Okay, so definitely grab that free trial and get access to my TalentCards Made Simple course. Okay, so there's 2 ways that we're going to go through that you can develop your assessments, your exams, and your quizzes within TalentCards. The first way is using AI. We're going to go through exactly how to get the most out of TalentCards AI to develop your quizzes, assessments, and exams. The second part is you can do it manually, which in TalentCards is actually really simple to do. So either way, if you go about it with AI or you go about it manually, or what I really recommend is to do both. So use the AI capabilities to get your quizzes, your assessments, your exams started, and then add the questions that AI missed manually so you can cover everything that you want to assess your learners on. All right, so after you grab that free trial, then you can log in and meet me here. All right, so we are on the main login screen. Once you log into TalentCards, this is what you're going to see. It's kind of just a dashboard of activity. Now, in order to access where we actually want to develop our quizzes, our assessments, our exams, we want to go to card sets. Now, in TalentCards, card sets are the same as courses, okay? Card sets equal courses in TalentCards. Now, another thing to note is you can have something called sequences in TalentCards. A sequence is when you take multiple card sets and you string them together in a grouping. And as you see here, you have to complete the first card set to unlock the second card set, to unlock the third, fourth, fifth, sixth, okay? So what you could do is you can build out different card sets on different topics. So each card set could be a course, or each sequence could be a course, and you could use each card set as a different topic within that course. Either way, however you want to do it, what you can do is use a card set, build it out on a topic, create assessments, quizzes, exams for that topic, and then once your learner completes that exam, that assessment, that quiz, then they can move to the next card set. Okay, so that's how we would set this up, is you want to string them together in a sequence. And really, it's really simple. You could just move these around, okay? Just drag and drop. And that's how we created a sequence in the first place, is you literally just drag one card set on top of another one. And there it goes, creates a sequence. You can also create folders to really organize your different card sets as well, but folders don't sequence your card sets. A folder just has a bunch of card sets in them on a specific topic. A sequence has them in a specific order. Okay, so let's go create a card set. And in my TalentCards Made Simple course, which you get access to when you grab that free trial of TalentCards using my link in the description below, you're going to learn how to step-by-step make a course in TalentCards. Today, I'm not going to go through it step-by-step, but I am going to show you how we can use TalentCards AI to build out quiz questions for us, test questions for us. So when you're creating a new card set, if we want to use AI, we have to make the decision right up front. We can either create the card set from scratch or create an instance set using AI. Now, when you're using the free trial, you're only going to get limited AI capabilities. You're going to need to upgrade to the premium version of TalentCards in order to get all the AI capabilities, which I highly recommend you do if you want to take advantage of the AI, because it's actually going to save you a bunch of time. It's going to save you money hiring someone to help you develop courses, because the AI is going to do it for you. It's going to really be that help for you, and it's really not that expensive. It's an extra 50 cents per user per month in order to get access to the AI features. And without it, it's $1 per user per month. It's very inexpensive, Talent Cards, once you start paying for it as well. Okay, so let's create a course. How about how to maintain a water heater? Okay. Now, in order for the AI to really serve us, we need to give it as much information as possible. So we want to be very descriptive with the name of our course and then with the description. Now, I'm not going to say anything more about this. I don't really know that much about this other than calling my HVAC company once a year to look into my water heater. Okay. But now we're going to go to create an instant card set with the new editor. And yeah, here is fine. We're going to card set topic right here. We generate that. Like I said, I go through the step-by-step in my course, Talent Cards Made Simple. But I just want to show you the quiz part of this, okay? Because AI is going to generate other things. It's going to generate cards for us. So you can go through that. Here we go. Here's the quiz. So once the AI generates cards for us, that's when we can really look at using AI to generate quiz questions. Now, when you're using the free trial, you're only going to be able to generate one multiple choice question based on the text in the card set that it has already created, okay? That's great. One question we get for free, okay? Now, once you start paying for Talent Cards, it's going to give you a lot more questions. Okay, so when we click on Generate Quiz, what it's going to do is it's going to look at these cards that it generated for us. We can actually add additional cards here too. We can move these around. So we can give Talent Cards even more data to create a quiz based on, okay? It's basically creating a quiz though based on the cards that are right here. So we go generate quiz, takes a few seconds, and since we're using the free version, we're gonna get one question. When you upgrade, you're gonna get a lot more than one question. Here we go. What needs regular maintenance to function efficiently? Technically, I would say that air conditioners and refrigerators are also correct. You probably need regular maintenance on a yearly basis to do that. And look, I can decide that those are right as well. But the AI capabilities are very simplistic, okay? Sometimes these questions are good, sometimes they're real bad. The great thing is we can always decide to delete them if we have no interest, okay? We can also add more questions here manually if we like. So this is another place that you can add questions. We can add our multiple questions here and continue. Now we can also have AI generate a background. We're not going to do that right now. I show that in more detail in other videos. Click this as a background, setting a background, and we're going to open up the card set where we can actually make changes to what has already been generated, okay? So AI is continuing to do its thing to finish building that card set. What do we do if we don't want to use AI at all, right? Now, I always recommend you may as well get a starting point with AI, okay? But what if you already have a card set built in Talent Cards and you aren't going to take the time to obviously rebuild the set? So what we're going to do now is we're going to edit this card set that's already been created. This is a course that I've created as a demo a long time ago. You may have even seen one of the videos, okay? What we do is we can open up the card set, and now here's all the cards, okay? Here's all the cards. Here's a card with video on it. I go through this in detail in the course. Oh, and look, this is exactly what you get when you upgrade to premium Talent Cards with the full AI experience. You can get quizzes with 5 multiple choice questions, get 20 cards created instead of just 5, translate cards into 100+ languages, generate individual card backgrounds. All this different stuff just by upgrading. You get exponentially more use out of the AI functionality. Okay, so here's what we can do. Here's all these quiz questions, right? So what they look like when they're actually on a card where we can edit them after we've generated our card set for the first time. Okay, so what we can do is let's say we want to add a new quiz question, okay? Or add a quiz. We click on this functionality and we can add a quiz, we can add a poll, we can add a survey. You can also generate quiz with AI. Now you need to upgrade in order to have access to these other options, okay? To generate a quiz with AI, after we go through the initial build out of the card set, you gotta pay for the premium version of TalentCards in order to do that. With polls and surveys, you'll get access to this, which is the standard version of TalentCards, okay? And really, a poll and a survey, the difference between that and a quiz is they're ungraded. It's a way for you to get information from your learners, from your employees, from your team members, because by the way, TalentCards is an internal learning management system, okay? That means that you're building the training that lives in TalentCards to train your employees, to train your contractors. You're not building it to sell. That doesn't mean that you can't sell it. It's just TalentCards isn't built to help you sell. It's built to help you train your employees, your contractors, and specifically to train them mobily and remotely. So if they're on the job somewhere, they can pull out their training and have easy access to it on their phone and have access to it in a user experience similar to YouTube, and you name your favorite social media platform. Mine is definitely YouTube. Okay, so what we can do is add a quiz. So we go add quiz. And here's what it looks like, okay? Same thing, we can add our questions. So maybe the question is, how often should you be checking a client's water heater? And depending on what your organization says, maybe it's weekly. And we go to add answer, we go monthly. We go yearly. We go every 10 years. Okay. Now, yearly is definitely closest to the answer. You can have multiple answers to questions as well. So really, you have a couple different options. You can have multiple choice questions, and then you can have select questions, right? So fill in the box or select the right answers, and it can be more than one right answer. Okay, and we can add an image as well, so you can assess based on an image. Okay, now in TalentCards, it keeps it pretty simple. So our assessments, quizzes, and tests are all really the same thing, and we're really only going to be able to create them by using the quiz creation options, either manually or we can use AI. We can create surveys and polls to get information from our employees, our contractors, our team members, which is really helpful. But when we're talking about actually assessing their knowledge, this is the only option. And you could call this whatever you want. You could call this an assessment at the end of a card set. You can call this a quiz. You can call this a check on learning. You can call this an exam. Whatever you want to call it, this is the functionality. TalentCards is going to call it a quiz. Now what you can do is you can have these quizzes kind of interspersed throughout card sets. So you can have one in the middle of a card set. You can have kind of spaced however you want in a card set. You can also have these quizzes at the end of the card set. Maybe you call that an assessment or an exam, whatever. You can also have a quiz in the last card set, at the end of the last card set, that assesses your team on everything they've learned in the entire sequence. Okay, so I'm going to publish this. Now, let's go back. So what that would look like is we have this sequence. So what we can do is, since this is the final card set in the sequence, we can add a quiz at the end here. Okay. Add a question. We already have a quiz set up, so we can add a question and have this quiz be assessing our learners, our employees, our contractors, our team members on everything they've learned in the sequence of card sets that they've taken. Okay, before I show you how this looks for your learners, for your team members, what we can do is we can actually use gamification to reward our learners, to reward our team members for completing quizzes. We can do this in two ways. One, we can go over to the hamburger icon, go to gamification, and then change how many points people get by finishing a quiz. Okay? Points earned for passing a quiz. Right now it's set to 3. This is going to be applied to every single card set. But maybe you want this to be worth more. Okay? If you want it to be worth more, maybe it's 10 points, okay? We can also give bonus points earned for scoring 100% in a quiz. Okay, so maybe you want this to only be 3, and then they'll get 3 for passing it, and they'll get an extra 10 for scoring 100%. Then points earned for each question answered correctly. So you can also give points per question answered correctly. So this is a way to gamify and make your quizzes, your assessments, your exams worth something to your learners so that they gain more points, they bump higher on the leaderboard. I talk about this in detail in my Talent Cards Made Simple course, how to match your KPIs, your key performance indicators at your company with how your learners, how your team members, how your employees are performing and interacting with your learning management system, with Talent Cards. They teach you exactly how to make sure that you're getting the most value out of Talent Cards by matching these KPIs with the analytics you have in Talent Cards, with what your learners are earning when they actually complete quizzes, when they complete your assessments, okay? So we can also adjust this on an individual level, okay? So let's go back to our card sets. Let's say that you have a specific quiz and a specific card set that you want to be worth more. Okay, so let's go back to this card set. We can go into the settings of our actual card set. Okay, then we go to gamification. This is for the specific card set. So this will overrule what you have as your gamification options, your settings across all your card sets. Okay, so if you don't change this, this will automatically say the same thing that you've set as your like overall overarching settings. Okay, so we go in here, go to gamification, points earned for viewing card, you can change all that. Points earned for passing a quiz. So we can change this and maybe we want this to be like 25 points for this specific card set. This card set is worth so much. This is the card set at the end of the sequence. We want them to get tons of points by completing this because that means that they've completed everything else in the sequence and they've got into this quiz. They finished it. We want to reward them for it. You can also add bonus points. So maybe it's even more, okay? And then points, we're going to give them 3 points for every correct answer in quizzes in this card set, okay? And then certificates. Issue certificate after completing the card set. They have to complete the quiz to complete the card set. So this is how you can use quizzes. So this is how you can use the quiz function in Talent Cards to set up an assessment or an exam that then issues a certification. And let's show you what this looks like for your learners. Okay. And really at any time, you can see this by clicking on this phone icon. This is launching the app. This is what the app looks like on your mobile phone. All right, so let's click on the course we've been messing with. You see this? Here's all the cards, and here's the quiz at the end. Okay, so boom, we open the quiz, and here it is. There's one question, 90% correctly answered to pass. Okay, so we start. How often should you be checking a client's water heater? Yearly. Boom, 100%. So this is what it looks like. It's really easy for your learners. That's my favorite part about Talent Cards, is it is really easy for you as the administrator, as the course creator, as the trainer, as the business owner trying to train your team. And then your learners have an amazing user experience with the app. And then you can see that this is where progress for each learner, they can see it here. Okay. And then leaderboard, they can see how they're performing versus everyone else. Talent Cards is amazing. I highly recommend you grab your Talent Cards free trial below. It is an unlimited free trial, and you're going to get access to my Talent Cards Made Simple course so that you can set everything step by step up to start training your team members today. I'll see you in the next video.